This week at the Scottish Parliament it has been extremely busy as we approach the end of the session before the election. There's a lot of work to be crammed in, a lot of legislation, and one of the things we did this week, for example, was the budget. But I think the big news this week was the agreement between the Scottish Government and the Westminster Government over the fiscal framework. Now immediately I say that, it's I think of a bit of a mystery for a lot of people, and it's taken me a long while to get my head around it as well. But the key elements are that because Scotland is getting more powers, and we will have the ability to raise taxes ourselves like part of the income tax, then naturally and correctly the block grant, which normally comes from Westminster, will be reduced. The argument has been over how much it would be reduced by, and the reality has been that the Treasury has been working all along to reduce Scotland's budget. Some time ago they were planning to reduce Scotland's budget by £7 billion over some perhaps 10 years, and this was clearly not acceptable. In any negotiations, of course, there has to be a bit of come and go, and the Scottish Government has given way in some areas, like who does the forecasts for the future. But on this one, Nicola Sturgeon and John Swinney were absolutely clear that they would not compromise on this no detriment, this idea that Scotland's block grant, Scotland's overall finances, should be worse off. And I have to say, I congratulate Nicola and John on holding firm on that and achieving really what has been quite a success. As far as we can see, both the Labour and Conservative parties in Scotland would have accepted a reduction to Scotland's budget. And we believe that it's only the SNP that will stand up to Westminster and really fight Scotland's corner. It's really only the SNP that can be trusted to look after Scotland's finances. And the second part of the achievement was that in 5 years' time, when there's a review, it won't be a review imposed by the Treasury, but it will have to be agreed again by the Scottish Government and the Scottish Parliament. There's a lot of key things in here, although it sounds quite technical. It's going to affect day-to-day people's lives, it's going to affect schools, colleges, universities, the health service, housing, all of these things, because they are all related to money. And so once again I have to say I'm delighted. We're going to be looking over the next few weeks at the detail of this, how it will work out in practice. But I think John Swinney deserves the congratulations of everyone in Scotland for achieving such a good settlement.